Hello everybody. Welcome to our core and stretch class. I am Carrie Ann. We have 30 minutes of core and stretch. It's going to be broken into half and half. So our first segment will be our core. Our second segment will be our stretch. We'll do 15 minutes of each, and I'm glad you're here to join me. So let's get started with a short little warm-up. Let's begin in a tabletop position. We'll do some cat-cows. So take an inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Take an exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round the spine. A couple more times. Last one. And walk your hands forward a bit. Tuck your toes. Peel your hips up. Take a little downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out your legs. And then like you're rolling over a wave in the ocean, roll your way into a plank position and push it back into downward facing dog. Roll it back to a plank and back to downward facing dog. Keep pressing away from the floor with your hands. Into plank, downward dog. 2 more. Last one. Awesome. Drop your knees. Take a little moment. Take a little wrist roll if you need. Turn the light on because it's a little bit dark. There we go. And we will begin. So we're going to start with a superset. We'll do 2 exercises back to back. Begin on your forearms. We're going to come into a forearm plank and go from our forearm plank into a downward dog, almost like we just did before. Hey, Pauline, thanks for being here. From plank to down dog. So we'll be in our plank. We're pushing away from the ground with our forearms. Then we're going to pull the hips up and back. So there's a difference between using your shoulders to do this motion and using your abs to do this motion. I want you to think about using your abs. Oh man, well thank you for finding us, Pauline. You didn't miss much. We just did a little bit of a warm up with some cat-cows. Sorry about that. Not perfect people, but I'm glad you knew where to find me. We're just getting started on the first superset. We haven't begun yet. So we're coming into a plank. Press your forearms into the mat and use your belly muscles to lift your hips to the sky. Good. Shift back to your plank. That's 1. We're going to do 8. Nice and slow. Pull your hips up to the sky. Use your belly. And back to plank. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Drop onto your stomach. And we'll do 8 of a back extension. We'll take the hands down by the sides today, palms face down, and you're going to use your low back muscles and your core muscles to lift your shoulders and your heels up, squeeze, release. 1, here we go. Second rep, and release. 2, 3, 4, take a slight pause at the top. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's do those one more time. Come onto your forearms. Tuck your toes. Press away with your forearms and begin hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4, slow and mindful. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Onto your belly. Oh man, you guys really do rely on the emails, huh? Sorry about that. I'll have to pass that along to Tiffany. I can't remember if it was her or me that scheduled it, but I'll make sure we double check the other ones. On your belly. It's a good thing you didn't miss much, Kim. It's okay. Get ready for the second set. Ready? And lift. And lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. What was the one that it's linked to? Now I'm curious where you thought you were going. Did it say core and stretch and it just sent you to a whole different video? My apologies. So sorry about that. Come on up to a seated position. Come to a boat pose. Then you have the option to keep your legs straight or bent. Hit and core. Oh, okay, that's probably Friday. I don't know. I'll have to look at the schedule, but I'll try to fix that for you guys. Sorry. Thanks for making it here. Gotcha. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Boat pose hold. You can be here. You can be here. Or make it even harder. That is up to you. No, right? Oh, I appreciate that level of commitment, Kim. All right, you ready? We're going for 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hold that boat pose. Notice if you're rounding, pull those shoulders down and back. Long spine from head to hips. And breathe. 20 seconds of your life feels like a lot when you're in a boat pose, but trust me, you can make it. 4, 3, 2, release. Nice. Lay down on your back. I always start to shake when I do those. Cross your left foot over your right. Take the elbows wide, hands behind the head. Use the exhale to bring the right elbow to the left knee. And inhale to release back down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, big crunch, big twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Second boat pose. And final boat pose. We're going to go for 25 seconds because you survived the last one. So that means I know you can do a little bit more. Ready? Set? Go. If your knees are, if your feet are up, try to get your ankles in the same line as your knees. Again, you can always have your hands here if you need it. Or straighten out your legs. Whatever you can do. Stick with it. Wherever you are, don't give up. You got it. We're almost there. Home stretch. 8 seconds. You can do 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lay down. Cross your left foot over your right thigh. Right elbow to left knee. Here we go. 1, 2, lift up and twist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last 3, 8, 9, 10. Switch and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right. Come on to your hands and knees. You're going to be in a downward dog position. Just a little bit of stretch and core both at the same time. I want you to just come into a plank and try something for me so you can get the feel of what I'm going to try to tell you. So come into a plank and bring your right knee into your chest. Notice that your body is probably in a pretty straight line. Can you pull your belly button up and pull your knee into your chest? Find a little bit of round like my body has. Press away from the ground. Do you feel your abs start to engage as you really drive your knee into your belly and your chest? That's what I want you guys to think about as we do this exercise. So we're going to come into a single leg downward dog with our right leg up. And then we'll pull the right knee into the chest as you shift forward. And really, really pull it in. Squeeze it into your belly. Then kick it back. And let's do that 5 more times. Shift forward. Pull it in. Press away from the ground. Squeeze your belly. Kick it back. 4 more. Pull, squeeze, hold, lift it up. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Make sure you shift all the way forward in your plank and then pull the knee into the chest. And switch. Put the left leg up and pull your knee in. Pull it in tight. Kick it back. 1. Pull it in. Shift forward. 2. You got it. A little round in your back. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Good. Take a second. Relax. Give your wrists a little break. We're going to do that one more time, right? Back to back. Nothing in between. It's compression of the abdomen. You got to really pull it all in there. All right. Try to get your knee as far away from the ground as you can, as close to your body as you can make it. Ready? Back into your downward dog. Lift up your right leg. You can sync this one with your breath too. Here we go. Exhale, pull it in. Shift forward, pull that knee up, and kick it back. Pull it in. Kick it back. That's 2. Pull it in. 3. Take a pause in the front and squeeze. 4. 5. Last one. Get that knee to touch your chest. And 6. Good. Right leg down, left leg up. And pull it in. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Last one, best one. And 6. Good. Lay down onto your back. Those are my favorite. Although I say everything's my favorite, except for burpees. All right, snuggle your back onto the mat. Finishing up here in our last minute. Bring your feet up to the sky. Take your hands and can you slide them under your back? If you can, pull your belly button down. No space here. You can't get your hand under. Keep it that way. Maybe even keep this hand here to test it out as you start to drop your left leg down. Can you get your hand under? The answer should be no. Pull it back up. Right leg. Back up. Left leg. That was 2. We're going to 12. Back up. Right leg. Good. 4. Left leg. 5. Keep going. 6. 7. Keep that low back on the mat. 8. If you want, lift your shoulder blades. Makes it harder. 9. 10. We got 2 more. 11. Stay with me. Listen. 12, drop both legs for our last 3 to get to 15. 1, 2, 3. Good, rest. Woo. 1 and done. Easy as pie. Since I had you guys running around a little bit there in the beginning, we're going to do one more set of that. Make up for lost time. I know we're already at the 15, but you'll survive. Get that low back on the mat. Feet up. Ready? Left leg. Here we go. 1, 2. You can lift your shoulder blades if you want to. 3, or even hold a weight over your head. 4, just don't let that low back come up. 5, 6, 7. Imagine your leg is a weight. 8, and your abs are controlling it. 9, 10. We got 2 more. Last one. Double legs. Here we go for 3. Keep your low back down. I know it's hard. 2. Come on, last one. Fight for it. And release. Good. Take your feet down. Give them a little windshield wiper. Side to side. Time for the stretch. All right, take your hands on the back of the legs. Rock and roll a few times and enjoy the journey until you come up to a seat. Bring your feet together. Slide them in towards your body. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go and fold. Maybe close down your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Let go of the day. Let your head hang heavy. And start to work your way back up. Extend your leg. The same leg as me. And this hand goes here. This hand goes here. And we take a little teapot side to side over here for a side bend. Agreed, Kim. And that plank, my arms are like, excuse me, what are we doing here? Bring it up, turn your chest towards your foot, and fold over the leg. You might be here, you might be here, you might have your nose on your knee. Wherever you are is all good. There's no right or wrong. Well, there is wrong. If it hurts, it's wrong. We just want a little discomfort. We don't want pain. Start to work your way back up. Switch the legs. Side bend first. So this leg hand, the hand that's on the side as the straight leg, crosses over, other arm up, bend to the side. Try to avoid this turning motion. Open up this armpit, even if that means you don't go as far down. We're looking for a side body stretch here. And come on up. Twist your chest towards your foot and fold over the leg. See if you can keep your neck long. And make your way back up. Take your feet wider than hip distance apart. And just drop one knee and then the other. Can you keep both sit bones down? Your knees aren't going to drop all the way to the ground if so. That's what I'm looking for though. A little love for the hips. Good. All right, come to a kneeling position of any sort. You can sit on your feet or you can prop yourself up on your toes. Take your hands interlace, press away around the spine. Really reach those arms forward. Feel the spreading of your shoulder blades across your upper back. And release. Take your left arm up and bend it. Hug it in for a tricep stretch. You can stay here, or if you want, take the other hand, thumb down. Bring it back and bend the elbow. Reach the hands toward one another. Maybe they connect, maybe they don't. You can grab for either hand or grab onto your shirt. Slowly release both arms. Let them rest down by your side for a moment. And bring the right arm up, bend it. Hug it over for your tricep stretch. And if you'd like, take the other arm, thumb down, reach it back. Maybe the hands connect, maybe they don't. You can grab onto your shirt or hook fingers. Notice if you have one arm that's better than the other. I do. Just tells you what you need to work on. Nothing wrong with that. And release. Bring your right leg between your hands. Right foot, I guess I should say. And rise on it. Create 90-degree angles. And take your hips and tuck them under. So take your tailbone and draw it down, tilting your pelvis so that you feel the stretch right here in that hip flexor. And take your arms, keep your foundation here the same. The hips are tucked under. Take your arms, twist them to the right of it. Should feel really nice down the front of your left leg. For all of us who sit at a desk all day, we need to stretch our hip flexors. And slowly release. We'll come into pigeon on this side and then we'll go to the other side. So place your hands down just in front of your foot. Slide your foot over to the left and your knee will come over to the right. Slide this leg back. This leg does not need to be parallel. It can be in a bit more, or you can walk it forward depending on how open your hips are. But if you notice you're dipping onto this hip and sitting down, pull it in a little bit so that you can keep your hip points facing forward. Sit up tall for a couple breaths. Feel that additional stretch down the front of your left leg. A little stretch going on in your right glute. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, let it go and fold forward over your leg. You can come onto your arms. You can stack one hand on top of the other. Place your head down. Whatever works for you. Maybe you reach your arms forward. However you feel comfortable today. Or stay up on your hands. And slowly make your way back up. Tuck your back toes so you can come into a plank and bring your left foot between your hands. We'll come onto the other side. So rise up, find your 90-degree angles, and then take your hips. Notice this arch that might be in your back, and tuck them under. Pull your belly button in, knit your ribs in so that your hips tuck under and you feel that stretch in your right hip flexor. It doesn't look like it's much of a stretch, but if you're doing it right, it very much is. You should feel that down your right thigh, upper thigh and hip. Then take your arms forward. Keep your foundation of your hips. Slight turn to the left will increase that stretch. It's almost like you have to squeeze your right butt cheek to feel this one. I feel like I belong in The Lion King. You know that scene where they hold up the lion? Lasagna. It's just one of those moments. Release back to center. Place your hands down just in front of your foot. Slide your foot over to the right, just behind your right wrist, and drop your knee down. Right leg goes back. Ooh, baby, I have one side that is way tighter than the other, and that's about all I'm going to get. So I'm going to pull my foot in a little bit to decrease the stretch. Slide that right foot back. Lift up nice and tall. Make sure your hip points are square, facing the front of your mat. Take a full breath in. And exhale, let it go. Fold forward. Try not to dump onto that left hip. Slowly start to make your way back up. And slide that leg back. One more downward dog for good luck. Hips up. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Walk your feet towards your hands. Bend the knees. Take the hands behind you, interlace, and let them come up and over the head as you fold. Slowly rise all the way up to standing. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up over your head, and exhale, bend it to the right. That's your left, my bad. Inhale, other side. One more time. This way. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Bring your arms down. take a couple shoulder rolls. Sorry, I chopped my head off. Shoulder rolls back. And shoulder rolls forward. All right, my lovelies. Thank you for joining me today. So sorry I sent you on a goose chase to find the video, but glad you're here and that you made it. I'll double check the other ones and make sure that you don't get lost moving forward. See ya. You're welcome. Thanks for coming, Pauline and Kim.